Hey guys, Corey with Camel ADV. We've got our Norden 901 here in the shop. Going to do the install video tonight for the rear shock exhaust heat shield. Install is pretty quick and easy. Real minimal tools to do it. Enough talking, let's get at it. So the same as the KTM 790 and 890, we've got this gigantic football-sized catalytic converter that's directly underneath the shock. When you're traveling at speed, there's enough airflow. If you're doing a lot of slow stop and go traffic type riding, or you're riding off-road where we don't have sufficient airflow, the heat from this catalytic converter can radiate up into the shock, and you can get shock fade due to the heat. The oil gets thinner and you lose damping. It also reduces the life of the oil. So adding the heat shield in here keeps your shock running cooler and with better performance. So the kit is very straightforward. We have our aluminum TIG welded heat shield. This is ceramic coated. This is the same as you put on exhaust headers to keep heat where it's supposed to be. In the case of headers, we're keeping heat from radiating out of them. On a heat shield like this, we're keeping more heat from coming through it into the shock, which is the entire purpose of having the heat shield. Then we've got a mounting tab. So there's one mounting bolt, and then this mounting tab attaches to the flat cross member in front of the rear shock with high temp 3M VHB. This is super sticky stuff. There were a lot of comments when we brought this out about 2 years ago for the 790 that there was no way double-sided tape was going to hold, and it has done very, very well. Haven't had any issues with them coming off. You just need to make sure that you get that cross member good and clean before you stick this on. If it's not super clean, you're going to have problems with this. So the easiest thing is a rag with some brake clean. Give it a quick wipe and make sure that there is absolutely nothing. No grease, no chain lube, no dirt, no mud, nothing. Totally clean. So this is the cross member that we're talking about here, and we're mounting to the top of that. So we're going to give that a good cleaning. This bike is brand new. Literally, it's not even unlocked from the factory. It doesn't even run yet. So it is super clean, but we're going to give it a spray and a wipe anyway. And if you're using brake clean, you want to do it on a small area first to make sure that it's not going to affect the paint or powder coat on the frame. And we're going to let that dry for a minute or two. We're going to take the chain guard off. It's a little bit easier to wiggle this in, and the chain guard is only on here with two fasteners, and they're T30 Torx. Nope, I lied. Three Torx. And we're just going to set this aside. We're going to take a 10 mil socket and a ratchet, and we're going to take this converter bolt out. So the heat shield is going to go in here, and it's going to be pinched behind this bolt. It is a real challenge to get the heat shield installed with the mounting bracket on here first. It would be really nice if we could. It's just the amount of space that we have to work with makes it really challenging. So if you take the heat shield without the mounting bracket installed and put it in this direction, like so, and then we can take our mounting bracket and install it. I don't recommend putting Loctite on these bolts. If you need to take the heat shield out, you're going to leave this attached to the mounting bracket, and then you're just going to take the heat shield itself out. So these need to be accessible. It's the same reason that these are hex bolts instead of Allen's, because it's really difficult to get an Allen socket or an Allen wrench in there to do it. So we're going to grab the red backing off of the double-sided tape here. And we're going to pull it off. And you kind of need to be careful here because when this touches, it sticks almost instantly. So we want to make sure that we get this bolt started. And now we can take the heat shield and the mounting tab and just stick it. And I know it's tough to see because the bike is all black and it's kind of swallowing all of the light. But the heat shield mounting tab is onto that flat cross member bracket there. And just make sure that you've got it pushed down good and hard so you don't have to worry about dirt or anything getting underneath it. So once you get that placed, you can take this bolt out and you can see how solid this is. It's not moving at all at the top up here, just down here. And again, just make sure that you have that pushed on there nice and flat, good and strong. And then we're going to reinstall this catalytic converter mounting bolt. Then we can put our chain guard back on. So that's it, that's all quick and easy. That wraps up the install for the Camel ADV rear shock exhaust heat shield for the Norden 901. If you have any questions, as always, info@camel-adv.com. Thanks for watching.